course is called Introduction to Forex. My wife and I kind of got into Forex. We inquired about it about 2 years ago, didn't find the right platform. And once that we did find, cost a lot of money. So we were like, no, that's not what we want to do. And then God opened the perfect opportunity, and here we are. That's the long story short. We're going to go over the disclaimer real quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and get started.
Just to let y'all know, we do make every effort to accurately represent these services, but we cannot guarantee that you'll earn any money because it depends on you as the person using the products, services, ideas, and techniques provided. So further, you are responsible for all taxable income. So on the agenda, we're just going to go over everything, what Forex is, what are the basics of Forex, and how you can start making money, okay? And we definitely want to do that in the next week or two.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump in this thing. So what is Forex? Okay. So Forex stands for foreign exchange. That's the first thing you need to know when you hear the word Forex. Okay. It is a $6.8 trillion market in which currencies are actually traded from one company to another, one country to another. It's kind of like the stock market, but it's not. It's actually currency trading. And that's the thing that you guys will learn a little bit more about. There's always been a rumor about banks, and banks take your money and what they do with your money and stuff like that. Well, now we find out what the banks are doing. This is what the banks do with your money, okay? So anytime you have money in a bank account, they take your money, they put it in a Forex market, and they trade on your money. And when you see actually how this thing works, you'll see how much money the banks actually makes, okay? So they're taking pennies and making dollars, pretty much. So the 0.01% that you get out of your savings account will not even equate to what the banks make when they trade your money. Okay, and so what you're going to learn a little bit about tonight is about opening a brokerage account, understanding, probably figure out which one of those brokerage account works for you, because you got to have one to actually trade. What actually trading is, some of the terminology, some of the formats. That's the stuff we're going to go over today, and some of the opportunities that this particular platform offers you. Okay, so that's what you got to know. So what are the basics when you start talking about Forex trading? Well, when we travel a lot of times, we've actually done currency trading. If you ever left the country, you've had to trade in your US dollars or whatever country you're from and get that particular currency of where you're vacationing, okay? So you've actually conducted an actual trade without even knowing it, okay? But when you go to this country, a lot of times we know about airport codes. So if you're traveling within the U.S., you go from to Atlanta, that's ATL, LAX is LA, and stuff like JFK is Kennedy. Well, you got to familiarize yourself with currency pairs, okay? So most of us know about the USD as US dollars, but EUR is the euro, JPY is Japanese yen, GBP is the pound, CAD is Canadian, AUD is Australian dollar, NZD is New Zealand dollar. So those are examples of major currency pairs. Definitely familiarize yourself with it and understand that you're going to need to know that in order to do some trading, okay? So a little bit about the trading market itself. The market is actually open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, all right? It's really open 7 days a week if you want to get into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and stuff like that. But the beautiful thing about it now, based on technology, is that you can trade off your laptop, your phone, just as long as you have internet and Wi-Fi, you'll be able to trade, okay? Technology has been completely different now than the way we used to know it, okay? So when you hear the actual term trade, okay, that's when you leverage money to generate money, and you're trading cents for dollars, making money within seconds, minutes, or hours, depending on the trade. Most people right now, that if you're working a job, you're actually trading, all right, your talents, your time for a paycheck. It needs to be the other way around, okay? You need to let your money work for you. A lot of times we've heard terms like that, we've heard expressions like that, but I don't think we really understand the power of letting your money work for you, And that's what you need to understand what you're getting in this platform, what you're doing when you talk about trading. Okay, so we're going to teach you again how to maximize trades, how to trade, how to maximize wins, and how to rarely lose. You'll learn when to buy, when to sell, and when to do nothing. Now, trading is not gambling, okay? It's a skill set that we want you to learn, okay? So when we say wins and losses, I'll show you examples when you win a trade or when you profit in a trade, and then when you might end up losing in a trade. And we'll go over, I'll show you some examples in a minute here, okay? So again, much like anything else, when you do a buy trade, that means the market prices are going up. When you do a sell trade, the market prices are going down. All right, so that's basic stuff that supply and demand concept that we kind of know about in economics. All right. So the next thing we're going to look into now is how trading, what trading actually does, and how it actually, actually works. All right, for the most part. So the thing here that I want you guys to first get is understanding that you need a brokerage account to trade. There's a lot of different options, okay? Now, we use Hugo's Way. There are some others that you can use, LQDFX, but a big one, for example, is like an E-Trade or TD Ameritrade. You see some of the commercials, all right? Those are what we call brokerage. All right, those are brokers. So when you get into trading, what you really want to do is find a broker on a brokerage account that can be opened with very small amount of money, okay? And then you want to find a brokerage account that will allow you to take your money out without charging you a lot of fees after you've done some trading, okay? So what we're going to show you now in a few minutes here is how you can trade a lot size and see how that actually works and how to actually convert it to currency when you actually trade. So the next thing here I'm going to show you is an example of that, okay? We just learned about what foreign exchange stands for. We just learned about a brokerage account and how you can open one. This next thing I need for you to understand is called a lot size, okay? This is your money now, okay? So basic math as we know it, 0.01 is really like 1 penny, all right? However, it's actually 0.10 or 10 cents. So one thing you must do whenever you do a trade, before you do anything else, is understand that you have to convert it. And the way you convert it is you move it 1 decimal to the right every single time. All right? So 0.01, which is supposed to look like a penny, is really 10 cents. 0.10, which looks like 10 cents, is really $1 because you move that decimal 1 place to the right. 1.00, move the decimal to the right, it's $10. 10.00, move the decimal point 1 place to the right every time, okay? So we have a quick exercise here, and we'll go ahead and I'll let you guys answer this for me. So if I give you a lot size of 0.30, what is the USD? What's the conversion on that if you move the decimal 1 place to the right? Anybody?
$3.
$3, exactly. All right, the next one, 4.00.
$40.
$40.
Excellent. 0.05. It's a little tricky.
50 cents.
50 cents. Great job. 2.10. What is that?
$21.
$21. All right. 12.00.
$120.
120. And the last one, 1.50.
$15.
$15. Excellent. Excellent, guys. So now you've learned how to convert into US dollars, okay? And it's important that you guys learn this because this is a big difference when you think you're putting in a 30-cent trade and a $3 trade, okay? You got to make sure you do that conversion and understand that, all right? So now that we understand that a little bit better, lot size and the conversion of it, the next thing I want you guys to be aware of is something called a PIP. Okay, if you ever anything about Forex trading, if you ever watch any YouTube videos, anything, they talk about all these different pips. Pips this, pip that, okay? But what is a pip? Okay, a pip, it actually stands for point in percentage. That's the acronym for a pip, and it's actually 0.0001 of the currency. It's a fraction of it. Okay, so every time that measurement of that currency goes up and down, it moves a pip. That's what you're trading. So every time your trade goes up and down and starts moving up and down, that's what it's doing when it said how many pips it's moving. Okay, and I'll give you an example of that. Now, this little thing you see in here is called a candlestick. All right. So the candlestick, we'll go over that a little bit later on in a little bit more advanced class. But what more importantly, I want you guys to see here is when you're buying, it's going to go up. When you're selling, it's going to go down. And then we're going to look at an example here of a sell trade. Okay, so we learned what Forex is. We've learned how to convert a lot size. We learned what a pip is, the movement within the trade. We're going to see how it all works. Okay, so there's a couple other things that you got to learn when you're talking about trading. Well, the entry point. Okay, the entry point is when I actually get into a trade. When I put the numbers in, because it's a sell trade, I'm going to put these numbers in. That's called an entry point. All right. So because it's a sell trade, right? Sell means it's going down. So I'm going to take a profit with the market falling. All right. So I got to put in where I want to take that profit. And again, you'll learn how all this actually works when you actually get into the next step of the Forex trading class. But right now, I just want you to learn the terminology. When you're going into a trade, it's called an entry. When you get ready to take profit on a trade, it's called TP, is what we call it. It'll take profit. But let's say that trade don't go the way you think it'll go. All right, we put in a sell trade, but the market moves up to a buy trade. Well, we don't want to lose all our money. So what we do is we put something called a stop loss in. Okay? So you got an entry point, you got to take profit, and then we got a stop loss in case the market goes in the opposite direction. That's important to know. Okay, so we're going to look at an example of what this looks like in an actual trade. Okay, so if you take a 0.10 lot size and the market moves down 10 pips, so it starts moving up and down, the measurement of that trade, and it moves down 10 pips. Now we got to convert that lot size. 0.10, we all learn, is actually $1. So we take that $1 multiplied by 10 pips, and we just made a profit of $10. Okay, that's how it works. Now, we're going to use another example here. We always want to use good risk management. Okay, so a good calculation here, I'm going to give you an example of, is if you can lose, let's say example, okay, you know what, I'm going to this trade, how much can I afford to lose? Good example here, it's a 0.50 or 50 cent, 0.05, sorry, and then it's a 50 cent lot size, multiplied it by 30 pips, for example, and then that gives you, in risk management, you could afford to lose $15. Now, let's say now you want to go ahead and take profit, right? You got in the trade, you're going to go ahead and do it. Well, we're going to take the same 50 cents, multiply it by 90 pips, and you're going to make a profit of $45. Okay? It's important for you guys to understand this is the power of Forex trading. Okay? This is how banks make money. They just took 50 cents out of your account and they just made $45 off of it. Okay? That is how banks make money. I told you guys, yes, that's how they've been making money off of us. 50 cents. But I'm going to show you what an actual trade looks like. Okay? So there's a platform called MetaTrader 4. Okay? That's where you're going to go on there. You got your brokerage account set up. You got $100 in there. Well, this is the platform. It's called MetaTrader 4 that you're going to use to go in and actually trade. All right? And this is what it looks like when you actually trade. Right? The first thing what we learned, currency pairs. Well, here we go. The first currency pair, it's Euro to USD. Okay? The next thing you want to know on that platform, they're going to show you it's a buy trade. And it's a 3.00 lot size. This is where you have to convert it yourself. So by our conversion technique, moving a decimal to the right, this is a $30 trade. Okay? The next thing I'm going to show you here is the 1.12643. That is what we call an entry point. All right? I just showed you guys that on the slide before, the entry. The next thing you'll learn is a 1.12884. Well, that's when you got out of the trade or your stop loss. Okay? Now, this is the date and the time of the trade that you actually did. And the most important thing, that thing right here in blue called profit, is how much money you made in the trade. All right? So this is an actual individual by the name of Pierre. He actually made a trade. He traded for like a week. This is kind of old, but he traded for a week. And out of a $30 trade, he made $723. That is somebody's paycheck in a week. That's the power of trading, okay? So if you are in Tradera for the first time, or you in here, you never know anything about trading, guess what? Now you know the power of trading. Let's look at some more here. He profited $12,631.50 for the week. He went in with a deposit of $2,002.31. His total is $14,633.81. Okay? Now, this is the part we talked about in the beginning, right? We want more wins than losses. Okay? Same currency pair, Euro to USD. He did a buy trade, 2.00 lot size, which is what? $20, right? He lost $298. What I want you guys to see here is that there's more blue than red. Okay? Blue is profit, red is loss. So you want more profit than you are losing. All right? Another currency pair. He did GBP to USD. He did a sell trade, 7.50. Lot size, $75. He made $2,047.50. That's somebody's paycheck for 2 weeks in one trade. $75. Okay? This is what the bank's been doing with your money. When you get your paycheck, they took $75 out your paycheck and made $2,047 off of it. All right? Understand the power of what you have in front of you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and it won't be fair if I showed you somebody else's and I show you mine. Okay? This is what I did a while back. I've actually done more since then, but this is something a little bit more simplistic. It would be great if we all made $12,000 in a week. That's a no-brainer. But we're going to look at something in a medium range, okay? I've only been doing this for about 7 weeks, 6, 7 weeks. So I'm not a master at this yet, okay? I'm a trader. I confess that I'm a master trader. You all are master traders, okay? Don't ever cut yourself short. This is what you are. You're learning trading. You are a day trader. You're a master trader, period. But I do indices. So you'll see, instead of seeing the USD, GPP, or anything like that, you see GER 30 or German 30. Those are called indices. US 30, German 30, SPX 500. Again, you'll start learning more about that once you get into Forex itself. It is more advanced. It's high risk, high reward kind of thing. But again, once you learn the skill set, you definitely you're profitable. All right. So here's an example. I did a sell trade of 0.20 or $2, and I made $133. $2, I made $133. Okay, just $2. I did another buy trade after that, not too long, and I got $93.76, and so forth and so on. So for the day, and that look at the time. You can look at the time on that. I ended up with $909.80 in one day. Okay, that's actually pretty. That's great. I'm not gonna lie to you. The very first time I went live trading, my wife could attest to this. How much I made? I made like $13.34, something like that. Something like that. My very first time going live trading. We jumped up and down like we won the lottery. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie to you either. When I transferred that money in my bank account, I let it sit there for about 3 days because I didn't believe. I thought they'd gonna come get that money, but I'm old school. I'm like, nah, they're gonna come get this money. All right. But let's say, for example, now we don't see the 12,000 a week. Yes, that's wonderful. And one day we'll get to that. I'm in the middle right now, and I'm making 900 a day, give or take, depending on the market and the day. But let's say, you know what? Look, I'm now starting. I'm now getting into this. Like, how do I, did something basic? So here's somebody that did some basic trades. Okay, they did like a $9 trade here, and of some currency pairs, and then they made like $8.10, $11.36, and $16, and $17, and $18. It adds up. Okay, so it added up to $584.89. Now, this here is a $1 million home. I just give it, and this actually is a real house. It's actually for sale in Sugar Land, Texas. If you're interested in buying it, that's on you, but it is a real house for sale. And what I want to show you guys is that many of us have dreams, but nobody ever really gives us a kind of a clear path of how we can get there. Like, nobody really kind of breaks it down for us. They tell you, if you do this, you'll make this money. If you do that, you make that money. But nobody ever gives us like a clear path of what we can actually do. Okay? So let's just do $500 a day. They did $584 in a day here. If you did $500 a day, the market is open 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. So you have 24 hours in one day to make $500. Let's say you did that. You multiply $500 times 5, that is $2,500 a week. You multiply that times 4, it's $10,000 a month. I just did a little mortgage calculator here. So if you were to put down $10,000 that you made trading on a $1 million home, on a 30-year fixed mortgage, it's $6,442 a month for $1 million home. If you're trading and you're making $500 a day, that's $250 if you're married per couple, $250 a piece, $500 a day. You can afford $1 million home. Now, you got to factor in, all your utilities and all this other stuff. My point is that your dreams are attainable. And you got to have a clear path of how you can get to your dreams. Okay? And that's what's important. Nobody ever breaks that stuff down for us. It's always either, they tell you they either go from rags to riches. And we love those storylines. I love them. I love Tyler Perry's story when he used to sleep in his car, and how we love all those stories. But here's the truth. Most of us have not really, have not really been to that destitute in our lives. Okay? Seriously, most of us have not. We won't have to. We never slept on the street and all that stuff. And we love those stories in the movies. But what about regular people who just have a job, and I'm just trying to get out of this job. I want to retire. I want to make good money, and I don't want to leave. I want to leave my boss, and I want to do great things. Here's a pathway in which you can do that. Okay? You don't have to have a rags to riches story. You just have to change your mind and change how you think about money. Stop. You've been socially constructed to believe that you have to get a paycheck every week. You don't need to get a paycheck from a job every week. God did not create you to just work for somebody for 40 years. He created you to have your own dreams, your own aspirations. Okay? So how do we get to that? What's the next step? Okay? The next thing you got to do is you got to find a platform to trade on. We use Tradera. Okay, there are a lot of other platforms out there, but you will not find one like Tradera because it is cost effective. Don't go pay a lot more money for a platform that's going to get you in the same Forex market like everybody else. Okay? Use a platform. Don't use YouTube videos from a bunch of people for 15, 20 minutes and think you're going to go in your live account and make that kind of money. You're going to blow your account. Okay? This is a skill set that you're learning. We want fast money. Okay? We want fast money. Stop always trying to get fast money. This is not gambling. Learn so that you can retire. Learn that you can learn the skill set, get up every day, make $500 a day, get $10,000 a month, and retire. Okay? That's the goal here. So what is Tradera? Okay? So Tradera is a financial services provider offering Forex education, trading, and training. It's founded in 2019 by two young guys, Cody Sell and Ethan Harris, and the company is based in Dallas, Texas. All right? So what do you get in the whole package for Tradera? Right? You get on-demand trading education. You get trade alerts. You get market analysis from the CEOs. You get to be part of the small groups that you get in, and it's amazing. You're in a part of a community. You're going to find out some trading strategies, okay? You're going to find out master trader techniques. We have master traders that trade, and they offer classes, all right? We have live trading sessions where you can just copy and paste, all right? You see the master trader doing what they do, you do what they do, you get the money they get, all right? We have a great social media platform through Facebook and Telegram where we hit each other every day. Hey, what are you trading? Hey, what are you getting into? Hey, what's German 30 going? Hey, we do it all the time. You're going to learn about market forecasts in the trade community, the candlestick Bible or guidelines. You're going to learn some of this stuff. Okay? That's what's important. And you get all that for $99 a month. Ain't nothing in this world is free. Okay? So you might as well give that up. There's nothing in this world for free. It'll cost you time or it'll cost you money. One of the two you will end up paying for in life. That's just the way it works. You can't circumvent it. So guess what? Find a platform that is working for you called Tradera. That's just $99 a month. Yeah, I'm telling you. And now I'm going to show you how you can even beat that, because there's a way you can get there's a second part to this. So it gets better. There's a reason why I researched for 2 years and chose Tradera at the end. I'm going to show you all that in a minute. Okay? So when you get in, you had the first week activity. All right, it's like kind of like you're a freshman in college, right? Or freshman in high school. All right. Megan in there, you know, she got a new thing she put together for the group. Thank you, Megan. All right. And so you got a to-do list. All right, you got a 24-hour game plan, the trading, the building. All right, some of the schedules. Okay, there's some amazing things in this. Once you get in, okay, the beautiful thing about this is that during the first 7 days, when you first get in, we're going to help you set up your brokerage account. You're going to set up a demo account, okay? One of the people that I correct, Tasha Hodes, she's a trader, okay? Again, we do not work for Tradera, okay? It's a platform we all use. She has a wonderful class. It's called the Basics to Forex that she actually does every Tuesday and Thursday. I would recommend you guys, once you get in, to attend that class. She'll break all of it down to you. She'll get you a demo account going. She'll show you a little bit of trading, and you can start looking at other videos in our back office, okay? I recommend that for the first 7 days, all right? Each video is an hour to hour and a half per day. So if you're working a full-time job, when you get off work, you might be a little tired. You don't have to put a full hour in. Do 15 minutes, do 30 minutes. Guys, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're trying to get you to retire. We ain't trying to get you to get rich quickly. All right, we got to change our mindset. You need to change your lifestyle. That requires a little bit of time. Okay. Now, there's some people who are fast learners. Okay. The rest is really up to you. All right. So we're also going to teach you in the process risk management, when to enter the market, when to take a trade, when not to take a trade, how to calculate your risk and reward. We did a little bit of that earlier with the $15. Risking $15 and getting 45. We're going to teach you how to do some of that stuff. All right, reading the chart, recognizing support and resistance, finding trends in the market, understanding the market, mastering the little candles, the candlesticks, the little thing I showed you in there. All right, we're going to provide software used for mobile and computer trading. So we use MetaTrader 4. That's the most platform that most of us use to trade on. Okay, I just shared some brokers with you. Again, this is up to you. You find the one that works for you. I just gave you a couple that we use. But again, you find the one that works for you. Okay? Use Tradera as a platform. Use the videos. Get your education. This is not a school. Okay? So you're not, we're not doing no student loans in this. Okay? This company is debt free. All right? This is a platform. You get the educational tools. You learn it. You pick up on it. You get in the community. Facebook, Telegram. And guess what? We all making it. We all doing this together as a team. All right? We share several trading strategies. All right? You just figure out the best one that works for you. Indices work for me. I don't really do a lot of the currency trading. I do German 30, US 30, NASDAQ 100. Okay? So figure out what's going to work for you. All right? So one thing we always try to tell people is that don't overwhelm yourself, all right? Okay? Find major currency pairs that work for you. Like I just told you guys, the currency pairs didn't really work for me. I did the indices. Okay? But the currency pairs might work for some people. So pick, I would say pick about 2 to 3 that you really like. The Euro, anything with USD works. Euro to USD, Japan to USD, Canadian USD. Those are the major ones. Pick 3 of those. When you start to trading your demo, you actually start looking at certain charts and stuff, do some of the videos, pick ones that work for you. Okay? Commit to 2 to 3 live sessions a week. Once you get in, all right, and once you're in Tradera and you're into the Telegram and the platform, there's a lot of master traders who will put in when they're going to be going live, when they're going to be doing things that they're doing, whatever that is. All right, and then the back office has some live videos you can watch, but there are people who do live sessions every day. All right, just find one that's in there and get on there and watch what they do. Take notes, use your demo account. Okay, pick a strategy that works for you. Okay, that's the most important thing I want you guys to do. Pick a strategy that works for you. Create your own trading plan. That's what we want you to do on there. We don't want you to go gambling. We want you to learn the process, figure out how it works for you, and go from there. The next thing, by week 3, after watching the videos, an hour to hour and a half, after watching some live sessions, after you start, you're going to get more confident, right? So by week 3, you can actually open a live account, right? Some brokers will only, they'll allow you to put $100 in an account, okay? Use a 10-cent lot size. You know how to convert it, right? It's not 1 penny. We learned it's 10 cents. Throw that in a trade. Watch one of the master traders doing it. Throw it in a trade in your live account. 1 trade a day if you got to, okay? But by week 3, you could have a live account. By week 4, you could be actually trading. Guys, it works. Okay? Now, like I told you guys a little earlier, there are other platforms that are out there. These are some of the prices of them. You can Google your own self to verify it, but I've done it for you. Trust you me. And I got a couple of friends on this call right now that can verify it. You're not going to find a better one than Tradera for just strictly $99. Some of these other platforms charge you just to come in, and they will charge you more just to get into doing indices because they know how much money you can make. Okay? Now, we also have $15 a month IBO. That's the independent business owner. You'll understand how that works in a second. Okay? But remember I told you guys a little bit in the beginning, it's $99 a month. But guess what? Tradera said, guess what? There's a 2-part to this. They said, because we know you're going to trade and because we know you're going to tell people, they say, if you tell 3 people, get them into Tradera, you get your membership for free. That's how they do it. You can't beat that. And you will tell people. I know you think you know. You know you're like, no, I'm not. Yes, you will. You start making that $12,000 a week or $900 a day. Your lifestyle will change. People will be asking you, what you doing? What they doing over there? What's going on? People, that's what people do. And then you want to tell people. You want to change some of the generational curses in your families. You guys got to change that up. You got to change some stuff in your life. Okay? We got to get better. Stop always keeping information. We good for that. We always like to keep something. We want to shine and look good. No, empower other people. Share with other people. Okay? We knew some people who were trading, didn't even tell us. After we joined, we found out. We're like, you never said nothing. Okay? Now, let's say you get those 3 people in and you're like, you know what? I get these 3 people. I don't want to pay $99 anymore. Tradera says, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Okay? So you get your free membership. So now you told those 3 people who you got in, whether it's your family, your friends, and you tell them, y'all need to get 3 people so you don't pay $99. But by the time they get 3 people, guess what? Tradera is going to pay you $125 a week. Okay? I didn't get time to put in the slide. We got a check. I actually got a check this week for $125. My wife and I, we're what they call here night. Okay? It's a simple math. Okay? 3 people, refer 3 people, and you tell those 3 people, hey, you need to get your membership for free. Guys, I promise you, I know you people sign up, they'll get the $99, you're like, nah, I'm good. By the time they bill you the second $99, you like, know what? I don't want to pay $99 no more. It happens every time. It happened to me, so I'm not gonna lie to you. At that point, I'm like, I need to get 3 people. And then I started telling 3 people. And then I really didn't tell a lot of people like that. All I did, I started learning how to trade, and I was like, hey, y'all, you in or out? And I showed them some stuff I made trading, and they were in. And they're like, okay, sign me up. I did. So that was a whole nother story. But so Tradera is just an added bonus. But if you keep going up the scale, you're adding 3 people, you get to Noble, $1,000 a month. Bishop, $2,000 a month. Duke and Duchess, $5K a month. Prince and Princess, $10K a month, $20K a month, $50K a month, and $100K a month. Megan's on here. She makes $50K a month. True story. She told me I can tell you this. True story. About 2.5 weeks ago, we had just a group of us in a while back. About 2-3 weeks ago. About a month, isn't it? About a month now? It's been about a month now. She was giving a Zoom. We had an older platform, and her computer froze. And then when her computer froze, it had all little payout and all. So it didn't have no bank information. But just she was making $12,500 a week. I didn't believe it because when she was giving all her little meetings and her little welcome meetings, she kept saying, she never. And that's the thing, Megan never says it. That's the thing, she never says it. But she mentioned that, and I was like, she don't make that money. She lying. I'm not lying to you. I am. I'm old school. You can't just tell me you doing that. You got to show me. And remember God, I prayed and God showed me. Her computer froze. I told my wife to go ahead and take a picture of it, but she's so busy trying to get the snip tool on the computer. That didn't work out. It was by the time Megan rebooted the whole computer, I was so mad. She was like, well, they ain't out of business anyway. I'm like, I wanted to have that as confidence. So it is true. I have Byron makes $10,000 a month. I got his paycheck in my phone. He makes $2,500 a week. Kai is at Bishop. Gift is a Nope. I got their paychecks in my phone. The reason being is because I could not believe for $99, you tell me there's another part to this? So guess what, guys? My wife and I make $125 a week. That's $250 times 4. That's $1,000 a month. You know what we do with that money? We pay our utility bills, internet bill paid, car insurance paid. What else we pay with that, babe? Gas bill, all the utilities paid off of Tradera. Wasn't even trying for that.
No, we just wanted to trade.
Just want to trade. But you will tell people about it. You will. Get in that part of it. So guess what? We're going to keep building, telling people. We're going to build up here. I don't know how far we're going to go. We're going to go all the way up to, what's it, legend? Hey, I'll go with that. However, the goal for us is to empower other people. And the goal also with this extra money is that, one day I don't feel like trading. I don't want to feel like trading this month or this week. Well, guess what? I got something I can fall back on. Yo, you have 2 ways to make money. This is not even trading. Y'all, this ain't even trading. I showed you trading separately. This is you just telling somebody to tell somebody else, which you will do by natural, normal human behavior. It happens. All right? So guys, that's pretty much it for me. Any questions, comments, concerns? But before I do that, I want you guys to understand the next step. Get with the person that invited you on the call. If you're not in Tradera yet, get with the person that invited you in. They're going to send you a referral link. They'll sign you up. They'll get you going for just $99. Okay? Get in. Listen, you're going to spend more than $99 this week. I promise you. Gas, groceries, your kids, you're going to spend more than that. Invest in yourself. This will pay off. I showed you trades that were more than $99.